pod people, privately operated drones.
What are the pod people? Alright, so every 360 years, we go through a reset. And it's symbolized by the total eclipse of the sun. The last one would have been around 1660, which is why everything is like founded after that date, when they found all these Tartaria buildings. The Tartarians were the builders, the giants. They had free electromagnetic healing energy when they were cathedrals. And then they were all wiped out by the mud flood, because it goes flood, fire, flood, fire. And then they created the pod people. This is where all the incubator babies came from, and then the orphanages were sprouting up. These were the white pod people. White fake people. Incubated in orphanages, then grew to adults, and they could reproduce about 10 times before they're sterile. These are people that follow all the rules no matter what. They can't think outside the box. Usually plain clothes. They do what they're told. They work, eat, sleep, church, reproduce. They're the archons. TV is their narrator. It's where they get their signal, and they follow the narrative. And if you ask them, like, think outside the box or go against anything that's outside of their program, you're met with anger. And this is the herd mentality. They're all about the herd mentality, to where when you're intermingled with them and you're surrounded by them, you start to think you're the crazy one because you're not following the herd mentality. And that's why it was set up that way. Let's see, they go against the narrative, the herd, the pod people. These are privately operated drones. This is where we get the term private citizens. They're the worker bees. Privates in the army are the low-ranking ones. And we've turned them into non-productive private citizens because their 10-time reproductive cycle is ending. So these people age faster. They look older than they are. If you look at those old pictures of all the orphans, if you look at them, they're like 10 years old, but they all look like they're like 60 in the face. They age very fast. And they just do what the TV tells them. Eat, buy, get shot, wear your mask. TV is their god. And they're used to influence the real humans who came over probably after, if you're creative, your family members probably came here after 1660. I know both sides of my family came here in like 1890. But they look old. When the rapture comes, it's just that their signal is turned off because they've turned into these non-productive, sterile, private citizens. And they're just the followers. You know, they're the herd. They're the sheep. And they're there to influence you and just be these private citizens, these pod people, privately operated drones. So, there you have it. Fuck off.